Hi everybody, let's get started with our Boulevard mini album, which is a design team project for Country Craft Creations and uses the beautiful Boulevard collection from Bo Bunny. And here is the cut apart sheet, or one of the cut apart sheets. And this is my second project with this collection. I also made a recipe wallet. And today we're going to start our mini album, which I will have already posted the walkthrough. If you've not seen it, go ahead and give it a watch so you can see what we're making. And let me give you some measurements. Excuse me. All right, so you're going to need 4 pieces. I have a cut list, by the way. Just go ahead and download it from my blog, and I will have a link to that down below. But I'm going to give them to you as well. So this is 5.5 by 11.5, and you're going to need 4 of them. Score at 1/2 inch and at 6. And then I am going to just go ahead and trim my corners. And then we're going to fold. Here, let me get these 4 out of the way, or these 3 out of the way. Fold that and make sure you've got your edges lined up nicely. And burnish that really well. Okay, and then fold this tab, and I'm using 3/8 inch score tape. And this is my Teflon bone folder, which I like a lot. I've tried using the thinner ones, like, let me see if I've got one handy, like this one, and then I have this one, but I don't care for these. They do give you, I'm going to see if I have a scrap. Let's see, we'll just use this. No, that's too big. I don't want to waste that piece. Hang on, let me grab a scrap. Okay, we'll use the skinny one. They give you a good fold, but let me show you. I'm just going to fold this over, and I'm going to burnish it with, say, this one. And I don't know if you just saw that. See how it leaves a mark. It like makes it shiny. See that? It really messes up the paper. And this one does the same thing. Not as badly as this one. A little bit though. So I just prefer this one. I think it's more gentle to the paper, and maybe it doesn't give quite as sharp a crease as the others, but I prefer not bruising the paper. Okay, so this is page 1, and we need to make 4 of these, and here are the other 3. So I'm going to make these, and I will be right back, and then we will continue on. Okay, I am back. I have made my 4 pages, and I'm getting started here with the first page. I already did a little bit, as you can see. So this is our page. Here's the opening on each side. So this will be the spine. This will be for the side pocket insert. And all I've done is attached a length of seam binding to match my paper, long enough to come around and tie in a bow. Okay, so that's all I did there. And now you need, you've already seen the walkthrough, so you know we're doing 2 of every page. So to make this page, you need 2 pieces, 5.5 by 6, scored at 1/2 inch and 3 1/4, and you will need 4 pieces total for the book, 2 for this page and 2 for the last page. Okay, and then I just put some 3/8 inch score tape and trim my corners. And I folded this tab under like this, and then folded this piece back over the top. Okay, and it looks like I didn't fold it very evenly, but it'll be fine. If I need to, I can trim it slightly. All right, so, and I have a piece of white paper here just because it'll be easier to line this piece up if I have a good contrasting paper there. So I'm just going to line that right up with the edge. Okay. Whoops, I forgot I had that there. Be careful of that. Okay, and let us put that down. Oh, did I get that? Oh, I think I did get that seam binding a little off. I'm just gonna tug it up a little bit. There. Okay, that'll be all right. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, yeah, be careful, yours is pulled out straight. I wasn't paying attention and didn't. Okay, now we have the second one. And you know what, where is, hey. All right. I'm looking for the piece I just pulled off. I don't see it. Okay, well, I'll leave that up. And we're gonna turn this. Let's pull that out straight. And I'm just lining this corner up. I've been using art glitter glue to put my books together for quite a while, and art glitter glue does give you a little bit more leeway with, oh, I see what I did. Okay, with getting things lined up. Okay, I pinched a little bit. Okay, so there we go. So now we have these two. There's a little gap between, and if you don't like that, you can cut it a little wider. I kind of like having a little gap there, mainly because I find if you don't have a little gap there and they're constantly rubbing up against each other, it can wear the paper. But there is room if you want to bring them a little closer together. All right, so then these will come across and tie. But I'm thinking I may put magnets as well and just use these as a decorative element, and just use the ties as a decorative element, but still use magnets. Maybe not though, they do hold it quite well. And then let's see, untie them. They do pop up though, so I think I will put some magnets in. Okay, so let me grab a couple of magnets. Actually, it's going to take 4 magnets to do this, so if you don't want to put them in, by all means leave them off. You don't need them. The ties will definitely do the job. I just don't like the way they pop up as soon as you take the ties off. Okay, hang on. I've got 4. Okay. All right. These magnets are so strong, sometimes it's hard to get them apart. Okay. There we go. Like that. Okay. And let's see. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this because these magnets are going to be here. All right, let's do this first. Keeping that magnet there. All right, and then this one is going to get taped right there. Okay. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I'm going to turn this magnet over so that it doesn't and move it up a little bit so it doesn't attract so closely to the one below it. Okay, then be careful, this keeps catching on that tape right there. Just rub that so it's a little less sticky. Okay, actually, you know what, let's just put that there. No, it's not going to. All right, so then that's going to go there, right? Put a scrap here. There. And then this one, here. There's not going to be too many magnets, I don't think, in this book. I'm trying to remember. I've got a few flaps though that probably will have magnets, so yeah, maybe there will be. I've tried a few times doing books that don't use magnets or use other mechanisms, but I just really like the neatness that you get with magnets instead of having some sort of physical mechanism that just gets in the way. Okay, now before we continue on with our flaps, let's go ahead and put this base down and cover these magnets. All right, and I'm going to use walnut stain. It's a good match for this paper. It's Distress ink, walnut stain, not the oxide. And just this piece is, I believe, 5 3/8 by 5 3/8. You can go ahead and measure and cut them the size you like best, but that's the size I chose for these. And you'll see when we get to these that somehow I managed to originally cut these too small, and because I pre-cut all my mats, I cut the mats too small. And rather than waste them, I ended up, for the most part, double matting all of these flaps because I didn't want to waste that paper. Okay, and I'm using art glitter glue. All right, I'm just checking this paper has text in the background. I want to make sure I have it right side up. Get rid of the tape. Okay. Now, when this is closed, like this, okay, so these two are facing each other, right? So these pieces are going here. Now, again, I've got my little gap here. I almost always do have a gap when I do these kind of pages. If you don't like it, just go ahead and cut it a little wider, that's all. Okay, that looks good. So let me go ahead. I'm trying to decide if I want to ink both mats. I think I will. All right. All right, let's do those and then I'll do the next ones. Okay. I don't think I used this paper in the red in this book, which maybe I did. I quite like it, so maybe there's a spot where I used it. Okay. Sorry about my microphone cord, it's being a little unruly. Okay, there we go. Right, and so this one's going here, and this one is going to go here. So then this will tie. And again, the ties aren't necessary, or the magnets aren't. You can do one or the other. You do not need to do both. I just like the effect of having both. So I did. And I am actually capable of tying a bow. Okay. Well, that's a pretty messy one, but anyway, you get the idea. Okay. So then when this opens this way, I have, all right. So my original idea was to have just plain white there, and this is that icicles color, which is so awesome. And then I'm going to do the blue matted on the icicle there. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And I'm not going to ink this icicles. I'm only going to ink the blue. I like the crispness of that white edge against the navy without inking it. These pieces, the mats, again, you need to measure your own pieces after you've put it together to get your mat sizes, because you may fold or score or whatever differently than I do, and therefore you'll need a different size mat. But mine are 2 5/8 by 5 3/8. This paper does not probably show up on camera as beautiful as it is, this icicles paper. It's glittery, but it's not gaudy glittery. It's just really beautiful, and I am definitely going to get some more of it to use in Christmas albums because it'll be stunning. Let's go ahead and put these down. And the back side of this is not sparkly or as textured, so it's definitely got a specific A and B side. I'm not going to say right and wrong because both sides are pretty, but the back side of this is much more plain. Sorry, I'm doing this off camera, I just realized. Sorry, try to be better about that. Make sure you don't get too close to that fold. You don't want to interfere with it. Okay. And, oops, picked up a paper clip. All right. So that's going to go there, and this one's going to go there. Now, this one, I just want to check because there's no right or wrong direction on this, like there's no text or anything, but it does go a certain way. I want to make sure they're both going the same way. Okay. Okay, and then this ties again. Now let's do the inside. The inside is going to be double matted with these. Okay, so these need to be inked. I think I need to put a new pad on my little inker. I decided to do this way. I'd watched several videos where people had made their pages and then decorated them as they went, one at a time. Because I just did a cut list for my Spring Farmhouse album, and because I don't have that album anymore, I gave it as a wedding gift to a friend. I had to watch the videos to get the measurements, and I had to watch about, I don't know, I lost count of how many videos I had to watch before decorative paper started going down. And I was like, well, that's pretty boring for you all. So I'm trying it this way so that we can get to the pretty faster. Does mean I have to make up my mind about mats ahead of time, which is hard for me because I'm really fussy about which mat goes where, as you probably know if you've watched my videos for any length of time. And so we'll see how this goes. We may do something like this in the future, we may not. But I mean, I still chose my mats carefully and everything, so I think it'll be all right. There's a little bug on my table. Go away, little bug. Okay. And I'm just double checking because these also have a direction to them. There's some text inside these little dots. I just want to make sure that the text is right side up. Let me shift that over a little bit. Yeah. Yep, not sad at all that I double matted these. I think they look nice. This paper is so pretty. I just love these color combinations. Okay, there's that, and here is our bow. And we'll need to trim that down a little bit, but it's fine. And again, if you don't like this gap, just adjust your folds, you know, cut a little bigger if you need to. I tend to always leave a little gap when I do these, just because, like I said, after, you know, hopefully these books are going to last years, and after years of rubbing together like that, you could get damage if they're touching. That's the only reason I do it that way. Usually I don't even do these kind of pages. I tend to overlap instead. They're easier, and you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now, done with that. Let's move on to the next page. Okay. So on the back, so again, here's our spine. Turn it over. This is the bottom. This is going to be page 2. And let me get your measurement. Okay, so this, we're doing a pocket. You're going to need, for each of the 2 pages that require this pocket, you are going to need a piece 6.5 by 3, scored on 2 short sides and 1 long side at 1/2 inch. Okay, and I'm just going to do a little dry fit. Looks like it's going to be okay. And my scissors. And we're going to trim out the corners. I should get out my Tim Holtz scissors. Those are the ones I usually use for cutting when there's adhesive involved. All right, because I don't really want to gum up my good scissors. Not that my Tim Holtz scissors aren't good, but those are the ones I use for things with adhesive. Okay. All right, let's just dry fit again, just to be sure. Looks good. I think I mentioned in my last project, which was the recipe wallet using the same collection, that I've changed my work setup. And I've been able to get my paper trimmer up on my work table. It's out of camera range, but it's here on the table. Previously, it was behind me, and it was on an ottoman, a soft ottoman. So I think one reason I had to do so many fit adjustments was because that soft ottoman was causing me to get not particularly accurate cuts on my paper trimmer. So hopefully now that I have this new setup, I won't have that issue. All right, let's lift. And I'm just lifting up the side pieces and securing the bottom piece to those side pieces. And then we'll remove the tape. Okay, and I'm just double checking that I'm putting this pocket on the bottom. And sorry, just want to make sure that I have this even, which I feel like I don't. Okay. Oh, that's terrible. Hang on. All right, I did not press it down yet. Hopefully I can get it up. Oh, okay, caused a little damage, but not too bad. Okay, let's try that again. Only this time, let's put it down straight. Okay, that's much better. Okay. Okay, good. All right, and if you want, you could edge punch the top of that, make it frilly. Okay, so then we're going to do the fleur-de-lis and these flowers. Hang on. Just checking the text. Okay. What do I do with that? The text seems to go in all different directions. I'm just checking to see which way I like it better. I like the roses better this way, pointing up a little bit. Okay, so. And let's do the piece that goes inside the pocket first. I didn't use any of this yellow, I don't think, anywhere. Maybe we'll use it in a tag or something. Okay, so that's page 1 and page 2. Let's grab our next page. Here's our spine opening. All right, and page 3. Let's grab that. This is, all right, so we're going to have here several things going on. All right, we're going to have a flap, a full page flap. And we're going to have, when you open that full page flap, I have to trim this down to size, I haven't done that yet, there's a belly band. Okay, so I think the first thing is going to be to put down the flap, because the belly band has to sit on top of that flap. Okay, so the flap is 5.5 by 6, and it is scored at 1/2 inch. Okay. And that is going to go on the top. Okay, just like that. And I'm just checking it for fit. That looks pretty good. Just looking to see if it's overhanging at all. Hang on. Nope, looks good. All right. Oh, you know what? Trim the corners. What a mess my Tim Holtz scissors are. I know, I keep telling you guys I'm going to clean them, and then I don't. Get some of this gunk off. Okay. Alright, so let's do that. Okay, now, alright, so that's the top. There's our flap. I may come back and round these corners just to save them. You know what? I think I am. I know I'm going to want them rounded. I might as well just do it. Let me. All right. And I'm just going to do a 1/4 inch round, I think, here on the bottom. Just like that. Okay. All right. So now we have our flap. And then the belly band is going to go inside the flap. And the belly band is 1.5 by 6.5, scored at each end at 1/2 inch. Okay. And I'm just eyeballing the center here. And I'm just putting it just up against that fold. Make sure not to go over it. And it's a little long, which I had a feeling it might be because I was dropping it a little from that fold. Okay, so let's see if we can just wiggle that a little bit down without having to rescore it. I don't think so. Better rescore it. Okay. What I'm doing is putting the original score line about right between two lines on my scoreboard. Just drop my tool. Oh, there we go. All right, now let's try that. That's good. Much better. Okay. Give that a good burnish. And there we go. Ooh, it's a little bit to the left, isn't it? Hang on. Of course, now I've burnished it down. Can I get it? Wait. I am discombobulated tonight, I think. Okay, let me see if I can get this up. that one up. Let's see if this one will come up. Okay, fortunately I hadn't burnished those down too heavily. Let's try that again. That's better. Okay. There. Now. Okay, now this I need to trim. It's 5/8, 5 3/8 square. Our belly band mat. Okay, so this is going in here. It's a bit of a tight fit. Hang on, let's try it from this. Sometimes if you go from the other direction, it goes easier. Well, I had to trim that a little, so that could be why. Let's just take a hair off. There we go. Nice. All right, so let's get these inked. Okay, that's gonna go there. This one is going to go here. Let's see if we have to trim the length just a touch. That's better. Okay. So that's going to go there. I'm going to use the icicles up here, so I need to round the two corners. And I think I need to, no, that's good. This is 5 1/8 by 5 1/8. Excuse me, 5 3/8 by 5 3/8. That's going to go there. Okay, and then this piece, let's see, is going to go here. And that looks good. I just need to also round the corners here. Like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and ink this one. I'm not inking very heavily at all on these. Just a little bit, around the corners. Okay. Okay, let's, oh, wait, hang on. Whoops, I almost forgot the magnet. I get so anxious to see the papers, the pretty designer papers down, that I sometimes forget the magnets. Okay, there's, how many is that? That's one. And two. Okay, so now those out of the way. This is going to go right in the middle of the belly band. What did I do with my tape? Right. Oh, here it is. Put it away. Okay. All right, so I've got, just going to put that right up a little bit. I don't want it to be too hard to hide with the mats. Okay, there's that. And there's that one. Good. Okay, let's just leave that for the moment. And let's put this mat down. Now we're to page 4. Okay, flip it over. Here's page 4. Okay, so we have a base piece. We have a side pocket, a side vertical pocket that is going to be a flap, and I have it on the wrong side. Hang on, it's going to go there. No, I had it in the right place. It's going to go there. Okay, and then we have a flap, and this is the hinge that's going to make this be a flap. Okay, hopefully that made sense. So let me give you measurements. All right, so we need a 6.5 by 4.5, which is the actual pocket. Then we need a piece that is 5.5, what did I say, 6.5 by 4.5. Then we need a piece 5.5 by 4, which is part of the pocket. We need a hinge that is 1 by 5.5. And then we need this flap that is 4 by 6. Okay? All right. And let me put that there. All right, so first we'll start with making the pocket itself. And it is going to go here on the left side. This is, okay, so here's our spine for page 3. Here's the spine, here's the outside. So when you flip it over, this is the outside, and the pocket is going on the outside. Okay? So score it at a 1/2 inch on both short sides and one long side. Trim it out. We're going to treat this just like any other pocket. And trim out the corners. I have got to clean these scissors. This is terrible. I use Undo actually to clean them. Okay. And hang on. All right. Did I tape both sides of this pocket? How bizarre. I did. How strange. Why would I have done that? I must have not been paying attention. Okay, hang on. All right, so this is going to go like that, and like that. And I'm going to see if I can get this tape off, because I really don't want tape. No, that's where I do want the tape. I don't want tape on the insides. So I'm going to see if I can get it off. And so if you just sort of rub it like that, you can usually get score tape off. Okay, just like that. Whoop. Okay, let's go from this direction. Well, this one's damaging the paper a little coming up. Let's see. I think it's all right. It'll be all right. It's on the inside. Okay. There. Okay. There. All right, so first we are going to lift. I really didn't need to lift it all, but I'm going to lift up the tape on the side pieces. Okay, like that. Okay. Then take this off of the bottom. Okay, like that. Now, this piece, which is the 4 by 5.5 inch piece, is going to go there. However, before we do that, we're going to insert our hinge. So I'm going to fold the hinge in half, and you can see I've got tape on it. Okay. All right, so that's going to go like that. So it's going to go this way. So actually I didn't really need the tape on that side, but that's all right. Okay, so we're going to put this, well, let me trim my corners, hang on. Okay, so we're going to put this piece right that piece goes there. Whoops, like that. It's actually going to go like that. Okay, so now I need some tape right there. Angle that. Hope that was clear. All we did is made a pocket, folded everything in, and then just attached this hinge piece to the bottom of the pocket before we add this lining piece. Okay, so now put that out of the way. Just going to line up that and that. Okay, that looks pretty good. My hinge is a little short, but I did it that way on purpose because I didn't want it to hang over. But that corner looks a little clunky. I'm just going to trim that. That looks good. It's a little uneven on the top, so I'm just going to stick it in my paper trimmer and just trim a little hair off. Better. Okay, so then this is going to get attached this way. Let's make sure we have it on the correct side here. Okay, just like that. And do that. Probably should have not taken all of that tape backing off, but I did, so we're gonna go with it. Down. That looks good. Okay. All right. And then we're going to have this piece. I put 2 pieces of tape on this one too. What? You know, I'm betting when I get to the matching page for this that I'm not going to have any tape at all on those pieces, because I taped these twice. That extra piece of tape. Okay. All right, so this is going to go here, and I am going to just trim a hair off of that edge, just so it doesn't get caught up in the and well, it's not going to get caught in the spine because the spine's on this side, but I just don't want it to be overhanging at all. I'm wondering if I should even cut another. No, I want to keep this as wide as I can because I want to be able to use cut-aparts on here from the collection. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm just eyeballing once again the center, which, you know, hang on, I'm trying to find the best angle to do this. Looks pretty good right there. Make sure it's reasonably straight. Okay. All right. Well, that is not straight at all. All right. I'm just gonna back that up a little bit. Okay, there we go. I will say working with score tape is a lot more forgiving because once art glitter glue grabs on, that's it, it's on. Okay, now we're going to need magnets for this as well. And I wonder if we'd like a tie, like something that came up and over and tied as well. That might be pretty, except that this page has a mirror image right here. That might be too much, 2 ties. Yeah, let's just stick with magnets. I'm wondering, this is going to be a lot of layers, a lot of stuff. I wonder if we want to use magnets here and here. Although there's not actually going to be a lot of layers between these 2 pieces. If I tried to go all the way to the base, it would be too much. But I think if I just put a magnet here, that'll be fine. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, there's our... All right, so let me think. So we used a magnet. We used 1 set on the belly band. We used 1 set here, so that's 2 sets. And we used a set on the, we used 2 sets on the double flaps. So that's, we're going to need 8 sets of magnets. So you're going to need 16 magnets. I better make a note of that in my cut list. Okay. I'm just going to put this one here. Put that right about there. And before I forget, let me make note of that. trying to be better about keeping track of materials. Unfortunately, I don't know how much you're going to need on cardstock because I did not keep track. But I didn't have anywhere near a full package of the navy. And I still have some left. I think it's 3 or 4 sheets of this icicles. Okay, now let's do, okay. I'm trying to remember what I had. Okay, well, I know this goes in here. Let me just check this for size. That looks pretty good. Be careful with this toile, it's directional. Okay. And, oh, you know what? I think I was actually going to use this piece, not the wood. Yes, I was. Good thing I turned it over. Yep, that was the piece I was going to use. Now that makes more sense. I kept wondering why I picked that toile to go with the wood. I didn't. I picked it to go with this piece. Okay. And this has a little bit of text on it. I want to make sure it's right side up. If I'm going to pre-cut my mats, I should probably put a mark on the back so when I get to them I don't forget what I meant to do. Okay. There we go. That looks nice. All right, that goes like that. And that goes like that. That is pretty. Okay, and then we're going to do a cut apart here. So then the next page is the exact same thing, only facing the opposite direction, right? So the flap is going to go here. Flap's going to go like that. And let's get these out. Here's our hinge, which I did put tape on. And this is going to be the base. And here's our pocket, which I did put tape on. Apparently I just taped all 4 sides of that other one for no apparent reason. Okay. Seen me do this once before, so hopefully it'll make sense. So here's our base. This one is going to go on this side. And like that. Okay. Lift that up. Alright, pardon my nails. I still have not had a chance to get to the manicure salon. Now my hinge piece for this is a little wide because I just grabbed a scrap that's more than the inch I told you to cut. So I'm just going to trim a little of the width off of these. go. All right. So let's see. So that's going to go there like that. That's going to go there. Okay. Just going to go ahead and burnish that. Just going to pick this up so I can see it. Okay, there we go. And I just need to add a piece of tape right there. Okay. And I hope that's clear. What I've done is I just added this piece to the bottom of the pocket. And if you, I mean, you could just seal, you know, use this piece here as your hinge, but if you do that, either it leaves the bottom of the pocket open or you have to glue it shut and you have less volume in your pocket. And I've done it that way. I did that way in our recipe folio, I think. Something I just recently did. However, in this case, I wanted the full amount of volume in the pocket. Okay, and I'm just lining up my edges. And again, because I didn't put this right, you know, I didn't cross the fold line. It's going to be just, whoops, why did I stick that on? It's going to be just a little long at the top here. So I'm just going to trim that in my paper trimmer. That's good. Okay, so now we're going to put this on this side, the opposite of what we did last time. And you know what, I'm going to bring, oh no, that's when I do the band, I want to make sure I compare it. I should have dry fit that, but it's okay. It's a little long, but it's okay. Okay, so when I put this flap on here, I want to make sure, because these are going to be right next to each other in the book, I want to make sure that it's in the same place. I can actually open that. And trim the corners. Fold. All right, so I'm just going to put, I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see, I'm going to line these two up top to bottom. Then I'm going to place this right where the other one was. Just push that out of the way. Okay. Good, and I do want to trim that length just a little bit. Good, okay. All right, so that's, oh, don't tell tell me I put it on the wrong. No, I didn't. Oh, just almost had a heart attack. Okay. And that looks good. I wonder. Yep, that looks good. Now, this, let me see. I'm just trying to decide if I need to trim these in length. If I do, I can do it later. Okay. All right, so hopefully you, this was recording because I just got interrupted by a call. And I record on my phone, so I'm putting this magnet a little off to the side, and I'm making sure it's not adhering to the magnet on the opposite page. Okay, I mean, it's sticking a little bit, but okay. Oh, did I put the tape on the wrong side? Okay, here we go. Oh, come on. Hang on. Let's put that there, that there. Right. Hang on. Let's try again. Did not stick. Okay, there we go. That one was being fussy. Put a little tape over that. Okay. Okay. So now we have our base piece, which is this, and it is directional. Make sure I get that right. Okay, so those are going to be facing each other in the book, like that, and then we'll have cut-aparts or something fancy there. Okay, so then when we turn this over, we can set that one aside. We have the belly band flap situation. Glue. There we go. Okay, so this flap goes along the top. Like that, and we quarter rounded the bottom. The same thing. And as long as I have that out, I've got a label on the back of that. Hang on. There we go. Trying to remember which piece went where. Oh, I see, that one on the inside. I believe I had this on the outside. Yeah, that one on the outside. So this one gets the bottom. There we go. All right. All right. Okay, just want to make sure I've got the top. There's the top, and then the belly band goes in, and let's just check it for fit because I know we had to rescore the other one. We'll see. I'm just gonna give this kind of a fat fold. See if we can prevent having to rescore it. Let's see. Yeah, that'll be just fine. Okay. Oh, hang on. Did not mean to put that down yet. Okay, hang on. Turn it this way where I can see it a little better. I'm in the shadow. How's that? That looks pretty good. Okay. There's that. Okay. And then I have this piece is going to go inside like that. And this piece is going to go there. This piece is going to go there. And then that on the outside. So since this one doesn't have to be inked, I'm going to go ahead and put it down first. Whoops, almost forgot the magnet again. Okay. Whoops, I need to order some. I just ordered some, but I've gone through them very quickly this time. Go. All right, now I'll put this one down. That, and we have that, and then our next page, the last of the pages, we just have two, front and back of this one. So this is going to be our just our pocket. It's a real easy page. And all the measurements for this are in the cut list, and I gave them to you when we did it before. And if I could find my ruler, which is right in front of me, I'll give them to you again. It is 6.5 by 3, scored 2 short sides, 1 long side at 1/2 inch. Go. Just going to turn that over and give it a burnish from this side. Try to poke that corner a little bit. There we go. Well, I have a tool here to help me get my tape up. I don't know why I'm not using it. Okay, there we go. And I'm just... Now, got something sticky on there. Okay. And this pocket goes... So we have the openings here and here, and the pockets going on the bottom. Should have dry fit that, but did not. However, it's fine. Okay. All right, and this is going to go there. And then we're going to use the little fleur-de-lis inside the pocket. Just like that. And I'm just wondering... Cut that. I'm just going to cut a little bit off. Make it easier to get it in the pocket. Yeah, that'll be better. All right, and let's go ahead and make these. Go. That one first. There we go. When you're doing a page like this where you're tucking one mat inside a pocket or something like that, or under a belly band or whatever, you should always do the one that's going in the pocket first, if you remember. I don't always remember. Just because you want to make sure, crooked, a little bit, that the mat that's going on the pocket, that the two mats line up with each other, right? So this one should line up with this one. And it's a lot easier to line this one up than it would be to shift this one around to match this one, if that makes sense. Again, we're going to make sure these mats line up with each other. All right, there we go. And then we just have our double fold and then we're done. Okay, because I need to cut some extra mats for that, I'm going to take a pause here, do that, and then be back to finish. Okay, I am back, and we are ready to do this last page. I have already made this page once with you, so hopefully it'll go smoothly. And again, there's a cut list available on my website. It's free, of course, and I will link it down below. Just go ahead and download that to get all these measurements. And I did give you this measurement earlier, but I can give it to you again. It is 5.5 by 6 and scored at 1/2 and 3 1/4 along the 6-inch side. And I've already placed a magnet, as you can see. So we have it folded back this way and then this way with a magnet. Okay, and this is our opening here. Oh, I almost forgot. Seam lining. I'm going to use the yellow on this back page. I think it's a beautiful shade. All right, these pieces should be long enough. Probably too long, but that's all right. And then I'm just going to put a piece right about there. And right about there, opposite. Okay. Go. And there's that one. Like that. Okay. Now we'll put this piece down. Live with it. Okay, and let's put this one down. That looks good. This one actually fits a little better in the middle than the other one did. I don't think I was all that careful with how I folded it, but I still have my gap, which I want. Okay, so now I've got my magnets here, and we just need to put the matching magnets down there. So let me grab the magnets. Here we go. And let's grab a scrap. Good. One last magnet. So again, I think I mentioned a little while ago, it looks like 16 magnets for this little book. almost stick to my finger. There we go. There's that, and then this is going to tie. Now, here's what we have. Let's see. Here's these. All right, so when this is open, like that, I have this one, and then this one, and this one. Okay, so that, so I might as well go ahead and put those in. Go, and those close like that with our ribbon tie. But before we do that, we need to do these inside ones, and you see how this one's closer together, and when I opened it, it caught a little on that. So I mean, it looks nice close together, it just can cause some issues. So you just have to decide what you want to do. Okay, and we're using the icicle. And again, this is my design team project for Country Craft Creations, and that's all the supplies were sent to me, and you can get all of the supplies at Country Craft Creations, including this beautiful icicle cardstock. I feel like I cut this piece a little short, but I'm going with it. There we go. And then we have, we're going to double mat this piece. And this is directional, so I'm just checking to see if I had to line anything up just right. I did not. There we go. Just checking to make sure I have that right side up, because it is very, very directional. Okay, that one goes like that. And here's our icicle. I think this is going to be, for this project, 3 videos. We're going to finish this video right as soon as we finish with this page. And then next time we're going to put the pages in the book and do the inside front and back cover and the front and the outside front and back cover. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and tie this, and then the final will be final embellishments, making some tags and inserts and other decorations. Okay. I don't know why every time I get on camera I become very awkward at tying my bows. Okay, there we go. That yellow is very pretty. Okay, we'll trim the ends later. Okay, so let's review what we have. That and that and that. Okay. All right, so we have that double flip page, our pocket. Let me just put the pin in here. Our flip up with the belly band. I'm concerned about these magnets. They seem to be catching with each other, but we'll see. Then we have our side flap with our flip pocket. And we have the exact same thing, like that. And then this page turns over and we have our flip with our belly band, and then our pocket, and then our flaps. Okay, I think we've got a lot done. So what I want you to do, and next time what we're going to do is put these pages in the cover. So I want you to refer to my Design Basics playlist where you will find how to make covers, and make a cover. And I want you to do, the chipboard is 6 by 6 and you need 2 pieces, and you need a spine that is 6 inches by 2 inches. And go ahead and put that together. I'm looking for mine so I could show it to you, and I have no idea what I did with it. It's here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Hang on. Okay, here it is. All right, so the spine, as you can see, is pretty thick, but that's because we want to leave room, you know, for some embellishing. Okay, so there's all our pages that are going to go in there next time. So have this ready, and we will put the pages in the book next time, as well as do some decorating on the covers. All right, so I will see you next time, and we will get that done. Thank you so much for watching. Again, you can get everything at Country Craft Creations for this project. It is a design team project, and the materials were sent to me. It is Boulevard by Bo Bunny. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm having a lot of fun working with it. I'm using the Navy Artisan cardstock and the Icicles. And this is My Colors cardstock, and the color is Icicles. And again, that is available at Country Craft Creations as well. And we are going to be using the ephemera and the stickers to make some of our decorations. And also I've got a beautiful package of flowers. Hang on, let me grab them. Here, from Graphic 45, and we'll probably use some of these as well. All right, so I will see you next time, and we will continue working on this project. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'd really appreciate it. If you have, thank you so much. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.